Hello everyone, RJ from Vidhya Communication Enhancers is back again. Today I have one more interesting story, the day that looked full. At the end of the day, a young man looked at his watch and felt exhausted. He had walked 6 kilometers. He had watched 8 hours of videos and movies. He had solved his daily problem for 20 minutes. He had eaten. He had checked things. He had thought about his career. He had thought about improving himself. He had even felt guilty about not improving himself. It had been a full day, but when he asked himself one question, the room became quiet. What became better because I was here today? His body was tired, his mind was tired, but his career had not moved, his skill had not moved, his difficult problem had not moved, his project had not moved, his ability to think deeply had not moved, his future had not moved. He had spent the entire day moving, without moving the things that mattered, that frightened him more than an empty day would have, because an empty day is easy to recognize. A full day can hide from you. He opened his phone again. Another video appeared. His thumb moved automatically. Then he stopped. He looked at the screen. 8 hours. He whispered, I don't even enjoy this. And suddenly he understood. He wasn't choosing 8 hours of entertainment. He was repeatedly choosing the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes become 5 minute 5 minute become another, another become an hour become 8. His life had not been stolen in one dramatic event. It had been handed away in tiny decisions that never felt important. Then he opened his laptop. His career work was still there, the same thing he had avoided yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. His mind immediately began explaining why he should not start. You are tired, start tomorrow. You need a proper plan. You should revise something first, maybe learn another skill. You need motivation. He had heard every argument before. For years, he had mistaken these thoughts for analysis. Tonight, he recognized them as negotiation. His mind was trying to negotiate its way back to comfort. He closed the argument not because they were all false, because none of them answered the only useful question, what is the next piece of work? He opened the project, one file, one problem, one task. He worked for 30 minutes. It was not impressive. He did not suddenly become disciplined. He did not feel transformed, but something moved, and for the first time that day he could point to something and say, I changed this. He worked another 30 minutes, then stopped. He did not punish himself for the 8 hours. He did not promise 12 hours tomorrow. He did not create another heroic plan. He wrote one sentence before going to sleep. Tomorrow I will not measure my day by how tired I became. I will measure it by what I moved. Year later, he remembered that night, not because it was the night he became extraordinarily productive. It wasn't. It was the night he finally understood the difference between activity and progress. Walking was good, rest was good, entertainment was not evil, 20 minutes of daily practice was better than zero, but none of those things could secretly become a substitute for the work he knew mattered. He stopped asking, did I do something today? He started asking, did I do thing that mattered today? Sometimes the answer was yes, sometimes no, but when the answer was no, he stopped decorating the failure with more activity. He simply returned to the work, 1 hour, one problem, one page, one project, one difficult conversation, one skill, one important improvement. again, 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 and slowly his life began to look different. Not because he found a stronger feeling, because he stopped requiring a strong feeling before taking action. One night, much later, his younger brother asked him, "How did you finally become disciplined?" He laughed. "I didn't. I became tired of confusing being occupied with moving forward." Then he said, "Your day can be completely full and your life can remain exactly where it was." So every morning I ask one question. His brother waited. What must be different tonight because I was alive today? Then he went back to work. Keep only this question. Don't try to remember 10 rules from 10 stories. When you reach for the phone tomorrow, ask what must be different tonight because I was alive today. Then physically open the work before answering the question further. No planning, no searching for motivation, no another story. Open the actual thing. And if you genuinely need rest, rest deliberately. But don't call 8 hours of automatic consumption rest when you already know it leave you feeling empty. Your 6 kilometer walk wasn't worthless. Your 20 minutes problem of the day wasn't worthless. But they cannot become evidence that you worked on your most important goal when you know they didn't. Tomorrow doesn't need to be extraordinary. It need to contain one block of undeniable career relevant work that would not have happened if you had followed today's reflex. So with this we are ending today's story. Thank you.